Well, hello, my baby gorillas, and I would just like to talk to you with regards to the fish wars. What are you talking about, Dave? You're talking about France trying to encroach on British territorial waters? No, I'm talking about Alex Salmond versus Nicola Sturgeon, the fish wars. That'll get actually brought up later on. So, what have we got just now? Was I correct? So, Ruth Davison was putting massive pressure on Nicola Sturgeon. She was looking flustered during the week. We obviously all know that she's telling porcupines and that she's lying to the populace. So that's a very big problem for Nicola Sturgeon. That Ruth Davison was able to hold her to task. Now there's calls and a vote of no confidence because they have not released the actual legal documentation to the Parliament from the Alex Salmond trial, which I already picked up on. The reason they're doing that is because they're trying to cover up. They're trying to cover up, obviously, what the actual underlying legal advice was. And this is where I said that there will be a potential for Nicola Sturgeon to be forced to resign because of this cover-up. But because John Swinney is not giving the Parliament, because the Parliament had voted to actually have the information given to them, they are not actually allowing the documentation, or he's not allowing, underlying it's Nicola Sturgeon that's not allowing the documentation to be given to Parliament, even though the majority of the Parliament have voted for them to release the legal documentation. She's talking about things, the justices have got to agree with it, and just filibustering, it's called. Filibustering, that she's preventing the actual underlying documentation getting into the hands of the parliamentarians who have demanded that she release this. Vote no confidence in John Swinney, her right-hand man. He's likely it's likely that they will succeed. I think Murdo Fraser was on the committee. I don't know how. Murdo Fraser's a very intelligent lawyer, and I think there will be a vote of no confidence in John Swinney, and this is going to be very embarrassing because obviously just now it's the SNP's Zoom or Skype conference that they've got, the virtual conference that the SNP are conducting just now. And this is very embarrassing. I mean, this is getting to the stage where if they don't, they'll just keep going. This will get played right up until May, and they're already trying to put off the election in May. So this will get put up, continue to go and go and go. The fact that she cannot release this, because if she releases this and the SNP have, she's basically said that, or the legal entity has said to her that there's no case here for winning, and she's gone against it. It looks, and her husband has said what he said on the text messages. Alex Salmond's now talking about taking out another legal case against Nicola Sturgeon. So all of this is now happening. The SNP government. So this is an absolute mess for Nicola Sturgeon. She should do the honourable thing and resign. That's it. She will have to. John Swinney will lose a vote of no confidence, and he will have to resign. He'll be. I can't remember the last person, the MSP, who was forced out, or the minister was forced out by the Parliament for not respecting the Parliament. And when they're saying not respecting the Parliament, it's not just the Parliament are the representatives for the people. So the people want to know what happened, and did Nicola Sturgeon set up Alex Salmond for this show trial, which I already pointed out to you on previous accounts when I was actually there. And now she's trying to cover up. She's in the media trying to cover it up, be very, very sneaky about it. She's got nowhere to run. It's now the walls are coming in. They take out John Swinney. John Swinney's out. They'll try and filibuster a wee bit more. And the pressure, all the pressure, where's the legal documents, where's the legal documents? The papers are all piling in now. The Parliament's piling in, everybody's wanting, I want to know where the legal documents are. Why are these legal documents not being released? What is it that Nicola Sturgeon is hiding? How did Alex Salmond know that Nicola Sturgeon was hiding this? That's a very interesting point. So, I mean, this will go right up to the wire, and it'll just keep getting, I'll get hit and hit and hit repeatedly, like a nail with a hammer. Where's the legal documentation? Where's the legal documentation? Where's the legal documentation? Somebody said they were just pulling off and letting it know, but she can't do that. Nicola Sturgeon can't. She's a lawyer as well. She can't do that because she knows that she'll be on the line. She said that when Ruth Davidson was doing an excellent job of cross-examining her, that she is on the line for this. It's her conduct that's under investigation, not even John Swinney's. John Swinney will just be the fall guy for not providing the Parliament with the legal documentation that was given to Nicola Sturgeon. It's Nicola Sturgeon who's the underlying issue here. It's not John Swinney, it's not anybody else in the SNP. It might be the allies of Nicola Sturgeon. And Joanna Cherry's saying there that the SNP are trying to stifle debate, and it's becoming increasingly authoritarian. I think that's a bit of a cheek coming from Joanna Cherry. But, I mean, that shows you there's obviously major internal problems now. There's now two divisions. The fish wars are now starting to pile in, and there's now a division within the SNP. And that's why everybody's leaving the SNP to join the Scottish Libertarian Party, which I commented on my last little skit. They're all leaving now because of this internal war. So they may cling on to actually get another majority or another proportion, a large part of the Parliament in May, which they're trying to now put back as well. They're bringing in legislation not to have these elections because they know they're going to get hammered. They're going to get hammered for the internal division. They're going to get hammered for the lack of integrity and not putting out these legal documentation and showing whether or not this was a cover-up and a fix by the political establishment of false sexual allegations against Alex Salmond to discredit him. So our political class use sexual allegations to discredit politicians. And then they cover it up and then they won't release the documents. Nicola Sturgeon, the alleged lesbian, who is now trying to destroy men's lives by false sexual allegations and covering it up. Oh, I mean, this is absolutely huge. So how long is she going to be able to cover up? When will the law lords actually say, right, we're going to release this? Are they going to be able to prevent? What sort of timescale? They must have some sort of timescale to actually release the legal documentation. And I don't know if Alex Salmond's doing another court case to force them to actually release this documentation, which will be absolutely fascinating. They will then have to release it, and then whatever Nicola Sturgeon was advised, which looks like Ruth Davidson said she thought, I think she's been watching the Guerrilla TV, old Ruthie baby, that she thought that that she would actually, they had been advised to not take the case forward against Alex Salmond, but Nicola Sturgeon did it anyway. So it looks like a vendetta against the guy that actually mentored her to get her to the First Minister, which she's not been very good in. She's not been that great when you take away the fact of trying to get independence, which I'm not pro or against independence. If it happens, it'll happen, but to actually get it to this part of independence, all the other domestic policies have been terrible, including this new hate speech bill, which is pushing people to the Scottish Libertarian Party as well. She's been a disaster of a First Minister. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Oh, unbelievable. I told you, it's now hanging on by your nails time for Nicola Sturgeon. John Swinney will go, vote no confidence. John Swinney's finished in that ministerial position. He'll go, they'll vote a vote of no confidence. He'll get turfed out. I think they've got a majority to turf him out. The Greens are going to back the vote of no confidence as well, because he's disrespecting the House, which he is, to cover for Nicola Sturgeon, who's got something to hide, or these would come out here. She's talking about the ministerial code, and there has to be some sort of time limit on the actual time where the judges can actually hold these documentations or make a decision on the documentations. So she can't just carry on, and this goes on indefinitely. Guys, I think that's it, but I told you she's going to have to resign. There's not going to be an option here. There's going to be a time limit. She's going to resign. The SNP are now hemorrhaging votes and supporters, and people are now financing the Scottish Libertarian Party. I don't know if they're going to be able to cover all the seats in Scotland as well, but they're now the alternative, a real alternative to the SNP. And they look like they're going to get a lot more votes, a lot more SNP members who believe in proper independence, and a lot more people who believe in liberty and not this authoritarianism. So a lot of people are now jumping ship to the Scottish Libertarian Party. Guys, love you guys.